LeBron James is one of the most dominant and complicated players in NBA history, and he's been making a name for himself ever since he joined the league. James has done everything in his power to be the powerhouse that he is. He's worked hard, he's been strategic, and traveled all over the world, both in person and in persona. But what about the things he can't control? Like the fact that he is 39 years old and he isn't getting any younger? It raises questions like, is LeBron too old to play in 2024? Let's figure it out GPT style. First of all, it's incredible that any 39-year-old can play a game as competitive and physical as professional basketball. In fact, in all of NBA history, there have only ever been 10 players over the age of 40, and in most professional sports, after 35, you've about kicked the bucket. Tom Brady. Tom Brady. I don't know where that came from, but LeBron doesn't just play at 39, he plays consistently well. And for someone in their early 20s, James has literally been around for their entire life, making him a household icon. If you are a Gen Z basketball fan, LeBron James may be the only consistent person in your life. Think about it, my under 25 friend. Have you ever seen a season without the king? He is in his 19th season now, and the only major gap he had in games was in the 2018 season, when he had a groin injury that kept him out for like 17 games. But other than that, he shows up to almost every game, averages 27 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and takes less and less money every year. I wouldn't personally do that, but it sounds like a great deal to him. No wonder the league uses Le Magnet to keep him sinking those dunkers. I'm kidding, unless... And look, LeBron has never, in his career, averaged less than 20 points per game. And even at almost 40, he still has games that some players in their prime can only dream of. But that's the standard LeBron sets for LeBron and Bronny. LeBron has played over 60,000 minutes of pro ball, not including any practice, pickup games, or coaching his son. Like, one might even say that biology has no effect on him. He's not even human. And every season people ask, is this the season LeBron will finally start slowing down? However, birthday after birthday, James has managed to keep this question alive, because the answer is always the same. He's not stopping, he's not slowing down. But how is this possible? How can a father in his late 30s have the recovery speed and can-do attitude of a rookie? Here's what I think. He's a basketball savant, and there may be players who are younger, but there is no player who is smarter in terms of basketball IQ. Sports analyst Bill Simmons always comments on James' unique ability to suss out a game and figure out what he needs to do. And on top of that, Isaiah Thomas, he said something truly noteworthy of him, and I think it's worth mentioning here. He is not playing against the opposing team anymore. He's taken his mental game level so high that he's just playing against the game and everything in it. And this is just on the court LeBron. When he retires, I can't wait to see what he'll be doing off court as a father, coach, philanthropist, and investor. This dude is probably the best athlete in understanding how his body works and how to maximize it. When he went to the Lakers, I thought he was just trying to spend his remaining years there and, just kind of die off somewhere and mentor the young ones. But he clearly had other plans. I'm sorry for that, King. You shut me up by being a superstar on the Lakers. It's also really amazing to see how energetic and vigorous he stays thanks to his incredible discipline. But it doesn't hurt that he can buy himself the best of the world's gym equipment, trainers, and personal chefs. Like, did you know that he spends $1.5 million a year on just his body? His body. That's insane. LeBron not only takes good care of his body, he knows his body very well, which is one of the most important things for an older athlete. His longevity is due to the fact that he's very selective about when he uses his power. He understands that shooting the threes and dropping dimes takes less physical energy, so he's learned to figure out that part of his game. And like, it takes less energy to shoot a ball than to run. His mental game is now just as strong as his physical, and that's why at 39, he is just now becoming the master. So, with that being said, will LeBron keep playing in the league, or should he leave it to Bronny and take his talents elsewhere? Well, as lucrative as it could be for him to focus on parenting or business deals, he has 2 goals for himself before he retires, and he will hold on to his NBA career until he accomplishes them, even if he has to play until he's 90. Here's the first one. When LeBron James passed Karl Malone for the second on the NBA's career regular season points list, he set his sights firmly on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the NBA's current all-time leading scorer. Abdul-Jabbar had been the top of the career points list since April 5th, 1984, and James needed a mere 864 more points to beat Abdul-Jabbar's total of 38,387. At his career scoring average of 27.1 points per game, James needed 32 games to rack up that total. Just 32. But wouldn't you know it, LeBron showed up to break the scoring record ahead of time on February 7th, 2023 in a loss against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Way to create a silver lining around those thunderclouds, LeBron. He scored 38 points, giving him a total of 38,390 points, beating Abdul-Jabbar by 2 points. But that is the only point record LeBron holds. He also has the most points in playoff games, coming in at a jaw-dropping 8,023 points in playoff games alone. Think about it, the average NBA player doesn't even get as much playing time in their whole career as James, as he has in his just playoff games. Like, that's crazy. It's really lucky for us to see these kinds of historical moments in the NBA. Like, the last time this record was set was in 1984. That's almost half a century ago. And for all you old millennials out there who think 1984 feels like it was just yesterday, this is your wake-up call. It wasn't, and you're old. But not as old as LeBron. Also, weirdly, 1984 is the year he was born. Maybe the person who will beat LeBron's scoring record was born in 2023. But anyways, the other thing that keeps LeBron pushing is an issue close to his heart, his son. This personal dream that the soon-to-be 20-year veteran would like to fulfill is playing with his son, LeBron Bronny James Jr., for at least 1 year in the NBA. After a freak injury during a practice session in USC, a tragic cardiac arrest led many people to believe the young Bronny's career was over. But he just can't kick the bucket yet. Like, he's a LeBron. He's made from the same stuff as his dad, literally. So like 5 months later, he was back on the court. And many people predicted that he will be a one-and-done talent after a year in college, making him eligible for the 2024 NBA draft, which would come after his father's 21st season in the league, making his 22nd season the one in which he could potentially play with his son. But who knows, LeBron might be like Shaq's mom and make him get a degree. If you've seen our Shaq video, you know what I'm talking about. James spoke with The Athletic in an exclusive interview and stated that his intention to play is with his son. Like, my last year will be play with my son. James said, like, wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I would do whatever it takes to play with my son for 1 year. It's not about the money at that point. Interesting that his last season will be played with his son. Because, like, knowing LeBron, he'll set a new record for himself to break.
LeBron James, the first NBA player to step onto the court using a cane and shooting threes.
Under all that toughness, he really is a proud and caring dad, and we at the GPT have a message for the Lakers. Draft Bronny, please. Please! It's crazy to see a player still hooping like LeBron is at 39 years old and in his 21st year. The league has never seen anyone with his vitality, but if anyone could do it, it's him. His life is the perfect storm. He came in young, had kids early, and stayed healthy. These steps are easier said than done, but we even think he could play into his 40s or maybe even like 50s, but maybe with fewer games and even more of a strategic focus and maybe some more intelligent playing over brute strength. Like, just don't expect consistent availability. He'll probably average maybe 50 games, played every season after 2024. Like, he's played so many minutes in so many games. This is his 20th season, y'all. Like, people are cheering for this man no matter where he goes, and that's what we like to see. So I say give the man his flowers while he's still here, and no, LeBron is not too old to play. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.